Okay, time for a new noun. I have Lucas, feminine, and it means light. Here I have Lucas, feminine, light, and a chart that I'm hoping to fill in. But first I need to remember what my first step should be. Well, step number 1 is going to be copying the dictionary definition into the corresponding boxes on the chart. So let's go do that. The very first word here, lux, is always going to be the nominative singular, which goes in this first box here, nominative and singular. So I'm going to copy that form there, lux. The second word is always going to be the genitive singular, and so I'm going to copy it right into the box underneath, still in the singular column, now in the genitive row. And now I'm ready for step number 2. This is step number 2, in which we determine which chart we should be using, and we check out where else the nominative singular might need to go. To figure out which chart, I gotta look at my dictionary definition again. I want to look at the second word, and specifically its ending, this is. That is tells me that this noun belongs to third declension, and the end of the dictionary definition, the gender, tells me it's feminine. Now I'm ready to figure out which chart that is. Here we have third declension, masculine or feminine. Our noun happens to be feminine. This is the chart we're going to use. So now I can look for where the nominative singular needs to go besides the nominative singular. There's one spot right down here in the vocative singular. So let's go copy that now. This was my nominative singular. You'll see it right there. Now I also want to come put it in the vocative singular because it needs to be the exact same. Lux. Spelled precisely the same way, no changes. Now I'm ready for step number 3. In step number 3, we need to figure out what the real stem of this word is. And we do that by looking at the genitive singular, and then we're going to copy it into all our empty boxes. Okay. I'm going to come erase all this stuff by the dictionary definition again. So to figure out the stem, you always look at the genitive singular. It won't lie to you. The nominative will lie. See how the nominative here ends in the letter X? It's lying. That isn't the real stem. Genitive singular won't steer you wrong. This is the real stem. So instead of an X, it gets a check. So every other box that I haven't already filled in is going to start out L-U-C. So I only see that L-U-X in the nominative singular, which gets to do its own thing. It has nothing to do with the real stem. Nominative singular is allowed to be that way. And therefore anything that needs to copy the nominative singular and look like it, that can do it too. But everyone else, they got to use the real stem, and that's L-U-C. And we're ready for step 4. The final step, step 4, is to add the endings from the chart. If you remember, we already figured out which chart we needed. That was back in step 2. Now we're going to pull that chart up to our workspace, and we're going to copy those endings onto the unfinished words. Here I have what we've done so far with lux, and then the third declension chart that we pulled up in step 2. And all the places where so far I only have a stem, I want to come in and add the endings. So in the dative we get luki, accusative lucem, luke. So I added these guys on. We'd already done this one, already done that one, already done that. And then the whole plural isn't finished yet, so I want to add all these endings. Lucase, lucum, lucubus, lucase, stay on there, long mark, lucubus, and one more, lucase. Vocative plural always looks like the nominative plural. And there you have it. This is a third declension masculine or feminine noun with a stem change.